Hey everybody, Andy from StarWars.com here at Lucasfilm headquarters. This week, we saw Zeb learn he's not alone in the universe in Legends of the Lasat, and now it's time to take a peek behind the scenes. Everybody ready? This is Rebels Recon. Following Ezra's lead, the crew meets up with Hondo Ohnaka to assist a group of very special refugees away from the Empire.
They're my people. The Lasat.
Ambushed by troopers, the group escapes, allowing the Lasat to perform an ancient ritual in order to find their new world, Lasan.
That's it. Lasan.
But after Hondo leads the Empire to the Ghost's location, Zeb must pilot the ship beyond the Outer Rim in order to save the crew and discover the long-lost world of the Lasat.
If we meet any other Lasat, I will show them the way.
This week, we not only learned that Zeb is not the last living Lasat, but that there's a whole planet of them out there in the galaxy. I sat down with cast and crew to talk about Zeb and what this revelation would mean for his character going forward.
We've known that Zeb was a member of the Lasan Honor Guard, but then we find out that he's actually a respected captain. Is there anything more you can tell us about Zeb's story in the Honor Guard?
A lot of Zeb's backstory comes out in the episode. Part of his kind of gruff exterior is there's some self-blame and self-loathing because he feels responsible for the fall of Lasan.
We wanted to be someone important without kind of overdoing it. There were a lot of possibilities. Was Zeb royalty somehow? Was he a guard? Was he an important guard?
There was more story opportunity to keep him as the military captain. People have recognized the fact that Zeb seems to be the most militaristic of the bunch. So now we get to see where that comes from.
We get to meet other Lasat in this episode and even find out that there's a whole planet filled with them. What does this mean to Zeb?
I think it's a matter of faith for Zeb. It's this kind of amazing moment for him, and he has, I think, finally some balance in his life when he realizes he's not the only one. He doesn't have to carry that burden.
Zeb has a potential future that he probably never considered possible. There is now a sketch in people's minds of what a happy ending for Zeb could be. So at the very least, we now know that that hope exists.
Zeb shows a lot of depth in this episode. How do you feel portraying the serious side of him?
Well, like with any character, I love to be able to do all sides of the character. As deep as they can go with the pain and with the realistic trials and tribulations that he's been through in his lifetime, the more the character feels real to me. And I hope that that translates to the audience too.
Now that we've gotten to know other Lasat, can you give us a little more insight into their culture?
The one thing that comes through, and it's a theme we're exploring in multiple places and in multiple stories, is that spirituality and what you could label as the Force is not something the Jedi and the Sith have exclusive access to. You can have a culture like the Lasat who have a spirituality to them. They have a very strong focus and are able to do things that appear mystical and magical. And that's their expression and connection to the Force.
A big part of this episode was exploring how different species, different planets might have a different interpretation, a different understanding of the Force, but also how they interact with it would be different.
We are trying to show a variety, that they're not just one thing. I think it makes the Star Wars universe more dimensional. You always have to take a Star Wars story and say, well, it's about this Lasan planet and Zeb and Lasats and all that, but it's also about something really real that we can all relate to. And when you can subtract it down to those basics, it's always a better story at the end.
Where is Chopper? Dude emails me wanting to watch the big game and he ghosts before kickoff. Here you are. Come on, man. Game's about to start. This is the big game you were talking about? I thought you meant the suit. Never mind, man. You gonna play it? Can I? Thanks. Last week, I tracked down Pablo when he was out of the office, but then this week, he had the audacity to go on vacation for Star Wars Day at Sea. But if you think that is gonna stop me from asking him one of your questions, you are dead wrong.
Oh, hey, Andy.
Hey, Pablo. I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead, shoot.
Okay, so Quark's Rilsma asks, is Sabine's father Obi-Wan Kenobi, and is Rey Sabine's daughter with Ezra?
No.
Pablo? Pablo? I guess the connection was dropped. If you have any other questions about Legends of the Lasat or anything you want to know about Star Wars Rebels, tweet it to @StarWars using the hashtag #RebelsRecon and we'll answer what we can online. Oh, I'm buzzing. Maybe that's Pablo. While I answer this, why don't you guys watch an exclusive clip from our next episode, The Call? Get it? The Call. I'm answering a call. Just watch.
Does anyone hear that noise?
The only thing I hear is my brain freezing.
There! No, the noise, I hear it again. It's getting louder.
I don't see anything out here. What's it sound like, Ezra?
It's hard to describe. Kind of sad, I guess, but I mean, how can you not hear it? It's coming from all around us.
Ezra, there's nothing to hear. Sabine, check the scanners again.
Don't have to.
Look.
Thanks for watching Rebels Recon. We'll be back next week with another brand new episode. If you're craving more Rebels in the meantime, check out our episode guide for Legends of the Lasat on StarWars.com or head to the official Star Wars app. And I'll see you next week for the call. What's up, everybody? Andy from StarWars.com here again at Lucasfilm headquarters. This week we saw Kanan and Sabine take on a whole crew of Mandalorians in the Protector of Concord Dawn, and now I'm going to give you a look at how it all came together. This is Rebels Recon.